You've got technology in your pocket, on your desk. I mean, it's everywhere, right? But have you ever really stopped to ask if it's actually making your life better, or is it just making you busier? We're going to explore how you can take back control and make that big shift from being drained by your tech to being trained by it. So let me ask you this. Do you get to the end of the day feeling completely overwhelmed by notifications, distracted by those endless feeds, and just plain exhausted by the constant pull of your screens? If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. This feeling of being drained by the very tools that are supposed to help us, it's a huge problem for so many people.
And that's where this really powerful idea comes in. And it's kind of the core of what we're talking about today. What if, instead of being this passive victim of your tech, you could actually shape it to work for you? What if your technology could train you to be more focused, more intentional? It's a total game changer of a thought.
Okay, so let's dig into what drained really feels like. Because it's not just about being tired, is it? It's that state of constant reaction, where your attention is shattered into a million little pieces, and your whole day is basically dictated by whatever ping or alert pops up next.
But here's the good news. We can absolutely flip the script on this. It is time to stop letting our devices manage us, and it's time for us to start managing our devices. It is time to train your tech.
This slide really lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? You can see the two paths you can take. On one side, you've got that drained state, that familiar chaos of feeling busy but not actually productive. You're constantly distracted, and you're just living in reaction mode. But then, on the other side, that's the goal, the trained state. And this is where you feel healthier, you're genuinely focused, and your use of technology is intentional. It's literally the difference between chaos and control.
So, how do we actually do it? How do we make that shift? Well, here's the key. It's not just about willpower or trying harder. It's about having the right tools. So let's explore a simple 3-part toolkit that's designed to help you completely retrain your relationship with technology.
First up in our toolkit, digital detox apps. You can think of these as your personal gatekeepers for your attention. Imagine automatically blocking social media after 9 p.m. or, making sure no work emails can interrupt your weekend. They help you carve out that really sacred, screen-free time so you can genuinely disconnect and recharge.
Next, we have Focus AI tools. Now, this is where your tech can become a true partner. These smart apps, they actually learn your unique work patterns, so they can recognize when you're in a deep work state and will just automatically silence non-urgent notifications for you. They basically manage the interruption so you can stay in the flow.
And finally, the third tool is mindfulness tech. Now, if the other tools are about building a better defense against distraction, this one is all about building a stronger offense. These apps train your mind itself through things like guided meditations and breathing exercises, improving your ability to focus and making you fundamentally less reactive to all those digital pings in the first place.
Okay, so what happens when you actually start using this toolkit, when you adopt this trained mindset? What's the real-world payoff for all this effort?
And this right here, this is the ultimate goal. This is not about becoming some productivity machine who works 24/7. Not at all. It's about achieving productivity with balance. It's about creating a sustainable way of working and living with your technology that actively prevents burnout.
This whole process, it unfolds in this really clear, logical way. First, by managing all those distractions, you reclaim your focus. Then, with that reclaimed focus, your mind finally has the space it needs to unlock its creativity, to solve those complex problems, and the final result of this journey, a profound sense of mental clarity.
So, we've covered the problem, the mindset shift you need to make, the tools to get you there, and the benefits you'll see. It's all about actively reshaping your digital world so that it serves your goals and not the other way around. All right, let's just boil it all down to a simple framework. First, you got to make that mental shift from feeling drained to feeling trained. Second, build your toolkit using a mix of these detox, AI, and mindfulness apps. And finally, always remember the goal. It's sustainable focus that supports a healthier life, not just cramming more work into your day.
And that leaves us with one final question for you. Look, don't try to do everything at once. Just think of one small, simple step you can take tomorrow to begin training your tech. Will you set a screen time limit? Maybe try a 5-minute guided meditation? The power to change your digital life? It's already in your hands.